Yes, guys, welcome to Bala Sports. How you guys doing? John, what's
What's
going
going
on,
on,
brother?
bud? Chilling, my man. How are you, my guy? How are you on this
I'm doing good,
beautiful
man.
evening?
Can't complain.
Heard
Bless.
that, heard that.
So it is, but
Always.
but unfortunately, man, earlier was they make the day go long for me, man. And they even just started to, everything just
Yeah, man. I didn't get to really see the game, you know what I'm saying? But I saw the highlights. And like we were talking about, before we went live, man, it was, we shot ourselves in the foot. Some of those were inexperienced mistakes. I think the first goal coming off of Chalaba, I think that can happen to anybody. He's doing his job, being a defender, doing what he needs to do, be in the box and defend. I mean, just happened to bounce off of him. That's something I can forgive. You know what I'm saying?
I
The
appreciate
situation
you
with
going straight to the game, man. I appreciate you going straight to the game. I appreciate you want to get it off your chest. I appreciate you just want to go be
yeah,
like,
man, because I'm
because
like,
it's a performance. It was a little frustrating, especially, for me myself. But man, let me tell the audience what we're talking about, man. Bayern Munich defeat Chelsea 3-1 in the Champion League league phrase and opener.
yeah,
Chelsea,
open.
after how many years not been in the the Champion League, our first game in the Champion League. But you don't win the Champion League through the league phrase.
In the
You
first
win it
game.
through. Yeah, but he was a stunner though. I mean, he was one of the performances where you gotta, like you say, man. You already started, so I'm gonna let you go ahead and tell me, man. What was your take on that game, brother?
Well, yeah, like I said, you know what I'm saying? With Chalaba, I can forgive him for that. You know what I mean? You're doing your job. You're defending. You just happen to be in a spot where the ball happened to ricochet off of you, go inside, boom. That's fine. The second one where Casado kind of huck tying, down Harry Kane. I mean, you're blocking his pass. You're reaching over his leg. I think if he would have got maybe a toe poke at the ball, maybe I could have been like, all right, I could argue for that. But I mean, the fact that not getting there and inexperience, obviously, what I'm saying, I can't hold the guy. I think he was trying to defend, he was being tough. Harry Kane, we all know he's a big strong guy, you know what I'm saying, especially in that box in the final third. So to have him in that position defending, I mean, it tells you that Casado's always there defending, but today it just wasn't his day. It cost us a penalty, and then we all know that Harry Kane is straight up killer when he's on the freaking from the spot. So, and then the third goal, man. I mean, that back pass by Malo Gusto, bro. I'm like, at that point, just clear the ball.
Lazy.
You know what I'm saying? Facts. It's just like, I get it. It might be the first game with the Champions League or this and that, whatever, but you still got to go out there and show up. Thank God for Cole Palmer. You know what I'm saying? Because he was the start of the game. Him and Sanchez, having some great saves throughout the game to keep us in the game because he kept us in the game. I'm not gonna lie, he had some
You see
decent.
right there when you said about Cole Palmer, man, you setting me up to say something I shouldn't say. And
Oh
then
yeah, what's that?
everybody that knows and know me know that, if I got a guy like if I got defensive midfielders like Casado, now we got Reece James in this game with a starting lineup, so where they set up, is basically helping Cole Palmer to do
Yeah,
the
the
work
freedom.
that he can't do, which is a defensive, and to free him to be what he gotta be. So I expect Cole Palmer to score. It was a beautiful goal. I'm not gonna take that away from him.
Facts.
But by the same
Absolutely.
time, like, what I mean, I'm not a guy. I'm more of a do your job because other people like sacrificing to do some
Facts.
of the work that you supposed to do. You see what I'm saying? So like
Right,
when I
right.
say that, people will be like, "Oh, why you taking Cole Palmer shine away from him?" I'm not taking the shine away from him. He's our best player. He's our best player, but I'm not gonna say he's the most important player. But don't mean to cut you up because
No,
I'm always
absolutely
gonna,
not.
you know,
Absolutely not. I mean, it was glad to have him back. Obviously you could see he definitely, if we were a different team when he's out there, and it shows today the move. I mean, we could have easily been up easily, you know what I'm saying, where Enzo got the ball in the cross from Cole Palmer. In my opinion, the extra touch was unnecessary. Hit it first time. Hit it first time. You know what I'm saying? Even
right.
if he says that I lead you, you keeping the goalkeeper, letting them know that we're here, we here to play. Besides that, I didn't really see anything from anybody. I mean, like I said, I only saw highlights, so I can't really comment like say hit this and that. But for what I saw, I mean, They looked like they put a lot of pressure on us, and we cracked under that pressure. We gave the ball away too many times in our own half, very close to the final third. They put us in bad positions, and a lot of times we gave away a lot of corners, and and I'm not gonna look. Today was a good day to have Sanchez back there because he did a lot of cleaning. He came out punching
Right.
balls, going full dive for the ball and stuff like that. So, but it was just an all around. If I'm looking at the team all around, it was not a successful game. Even with Cole Palmer having his little shine moment, and he could have had 2 goals even though he was offside. But besides that, he was the only spark in the field. Everybody else just seemed kind of be stagnant or kind of just going with the motions. I know we were playing Bayern Munich. I know they're dominating. They have a fantastic team. Everybody scores. They put on a show every time they're playing. But at the same time, I mean, we got to go out there and show up and do our job as well. You know what I'm saying? And we have a D
Right.
team
I
adding,
mean,
like you said, with the midfield adding. I didn't like that. I felt like Reece James should have been in the back. I mean, you're trying to keep down Olise and Luis Diaz. I mean, these guys are, we know who they are, and they ballers.
right.
You know what I'm saying? You need that experienced defender back there. So I think that Malo Gusto was a bad choice. And obviously it cost us because he's the one that gave away and pretty much put the nail in the coffin for us late in the game. They pretty much just put it out of reach for us and just kind of killed the rest of whatever spirit we had left. So I'm disappointed with that. I think
Fact.
he should have just went normal, man.
You know,
He should have would have went with Neto or even give Sancho the start, whatever. Put him up in there. So where you brought him in here, put him in the field, let him show what the hell he been talking about. They
you
say
mean
he could do. Put him out
Ghana,
there, even if in the first half.
right. Now let's
Absolutely.
start from the beginning with this game, right? So when the starting lineups drop, I say, okay, we going to the so we're gonna get the same starting lineup that we did against PSG, basically, right? Of course, But with
Mm-hmm.
our Sanchez being a goalkeeper, of course, Cucurella playing the position, Tosin, which I think is a suspect nowadays. Chalabadi had the best of
Yeah.
game at all. I think it's lack of concentration when the boy hit him in the knee because that's how they conceded. I mean, that's how we conceded the first goal, which is in the 20th minute
Facts.
with Chalaba's home goal. I feel like as a defender, you don't at least clear the ball out, like you mentioned earlier about Malagusto. And with the
Facts.
starting lineup going down there, it's a good back line. That you got Ruiz James and Caicedo playing the perfect role, which is excellent because
Mm-hmm.
we've seen it at what he has done for against PSG, which was the top team at that time. And then we got Enzo playing the number 10, Cole Palmer on the right, Ito on the left, and Joao Pedro, which I don't think is 100% healthy. I believe even Enzo Morasco has say that through his previews. I mean pre-conference, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he said that he's not 100% healthy. I think he got the knock from when he was an international break with Brazil, and I actually watched that game. I was surprised that he really didn't get hurt. But going back to the game, man, like in the 20th minute with Chalaba's own goal, and the 27th minute with Hurricane from the PK, as you mentioned about Caicedo. Caicedo, you gotta do better than that, bro. I love you. Like I think you were one of the most important players, if it's not the most important player in that position, because we need player like you in that position to help us defend and
Absolutely.
organize things back there. But that was a stupid mistake, man. You can't be doing that, especially
Yeah.
not in that situation. I know you're trying to go for the ball. I understand that, but you in the box, and we all know
Right.
as any player, you touch them in the box, they're going down because they gotta look
He's
for the
going down.
PK. That's how you win.
That's how
I
it is.
mean, it is what it is. But and then of course, in this after that, Chelsea respond quick with Cole Palmer scoring well placed goal. I love the fact that he knows his placement. It's not about power with this guy. This guy's just genius when he comes to the ball in his feet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The placement was beautiful. I was like,
It really
Chelsea
was.
coming back. I'm screaming. This is what we gotta do. We're doing the comeback. What do you know? Second half, Hurricane score again in the 63rd minute. Alagusto, as you mentioned. Come on, dude, man. That was a bad touch, and you trying to pass it back by sliding when you got all
Yeah,
Bayern Munich players around you. Now,
that's a
this is
fact.
where I go back to Enzo Marasca as a head coach. Like me and you spoke about this a couple times before in the past. I like the dude, but sometimes his stubbornness and the way that he do things, like the substitutes was taking so long. Something needed to change in that game. And I think that NATO is being doing great for us, but at this moment, I thought that he was going to sub him out. At least bring in Garnacho, somebody exciting. or even Estevar, somebody that could take the defenders on one-on-one. And the whole thing just went down in the way we're like, okay, what are you gonna do now, head coach? Plan A is not working. In the first 20 minutes, don't get me wrong, plan A was working fine. Like you mentioned earlier, man, I feel like Enzo should have put us up 1-0. I don't know what he want to do the extra touches for, man. You right in front of the goal. And
Mhm.
he's been great. Not gonna crucify him for one game. Not gonna do that. But this is a lesson learned for Chelsea moving forward, bro. This is the Champions League. You're playing against Bayern Munich. And what Bayern Munich did this weekend was before this game is that the same starting lineup that scored 5 goals are the ones that
Mhm.
started in this game. Now we're gonna get to why Enzo didn't put our starting lineups there over the weekend against Brentford that cost us 2 points. But going back to this game, is like you made the substitute. Now, Luis Diaz was cooking Malagusto on defense. Malagusto was great at attacking right back. He was doing great in attacking field, but you also need to defend because you're going against
Defend.
world class
Yes,
players like
that's the
Luis
issue.
Diaz. Right. And
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
take it
starting.
to myself, right? All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm starting to see what people were saying too. That like when we first got him coming from the French league, they were like, "Oh, he's just a fast right back. They can just cross the ball well." And I'm like, "No, give him a chance. He's young. He's young. He's still learning the game." Now I'm starting to see us like, where's the defensive? Where's the defensive job at? I get it. You could run. You know what I'm saying? You could cross the ball. You even had to put yourself in position where you had the opportunity, to get a shot at goal. But where is the defensive part of the game? You know what I'm saying? That's very important. Like you say, if you're running forward to attack, you got to be able to run back and defend. You know what I'm saying? And then if you find yourself in a position when you have two people on you and you about to give the ball away, man, just kick it out. You already losing. Or matter of fact, I'll be at the point as I do, I'll take a yellow card out. Yeah, I'll pull one of the guy's legs or something. You know what I'm saying? I'll take one for the team instead of kicking the ball back and putting my whatever little back line was left back there, putting my goalkeeper under pressure. And you see what happened. Harry Kane ain't gonna miss.
Yeah.
He's not gonna miss. In
Exactly.
a position like
And
that,
then
you give
like
him the
and then
ball.
right.
Go ahead.
And then the way that Luis Diaz was cooking Malagusto, that you seen Reece James actually drifting to that side a little bit or whatnot. Now, what does that do in the middle? And then Hurricane is one of the best strikers off the ball because he knows how to drop back and get the ball and come. So now we have Elise going through the middle. Now we got a Harry Kane going through the middle. Now we got what's the other guy named Serge? What's the other player just going straight to the middle. There's a top world class players. You feel me? So now you
Mm-hmm.
get this thing going. So now I'm looking at Enzo Morasco. Now you made the substitute, but instead you take Reeves James out and keep Malagusta that was getting cooked.
Yeah, see,
I'm thinking like, yo,
that's
you're gonna drop Reeves James to go back to the position to play
facts.
defense, and which is
Yes,
also great at crossing the ball in the box. And you
and
sub
he can
him out
score.
to keep
I
Malagusta,
know.
who's getting cooked. And then
Yeah,
drop at that. I was thinking like, okay, he's gonna put Reece James and then sub Malagusto out, then drop Enzo back to play the number 8 role, put Cole Palmer to play number 10, and then put Esther William or Garnacho out there in the wings for us to get back in this game. But now he take forever to make this substitute. And when he do make the substitute, he took the wrong guy out.
they're the wrong ones.
Now, this is the first Champions League
Yeah,
game. This is the first Champions League game. I'm not gonna crucify the guy, but I dislike his style sometimes,
yeah,
bro.
no, like
Plan A is
today,
not working.
he
Where's
re-
plan B at, bro? You know?
yeah, he really messed up today, man. That really, like you said, that was a great point that you make
Yeah.
because by Reece James having to drift in there to help out Malagusto is the same reason why Casado was in the position he was in. Because he had to, step in there now and take him on his own because he's dealing with the whole midfield while he's running over there trying to help this guy out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, I would have been great to see Reece James drop into there, Malo Gusto get out, Enzo back there, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, Cole Palmer number 10 and Stevao or Garnacho coming in the wing and just go back to what we've been doing. Well, what has been working. But I mean,
Right.
like you said, the substitutions were late and I mean, like you said, lesson learned is the
You
first
know,
game.
yeah,
So I
it's
mean,
because like, people are arguing with me when I was reading them this stats right here, bro. Like, I don't understand, I know a lot of people want to see Chelsea fail because some of these guys probably didn't even watch the game. All they see is the score line that Chelsea lost.
right.
Rightful so, bro. Say what you gotta say. But when you look at the whole thing is that all right, the first goal was an own goal. The second goal was a stupid mistake by Caicedo's fouling Harry Kane in the box. The way he went, and then you got a Malagusto assistant to Kane, basically, and that's
Right.
true. You giving Kane the ball to use his body weight against our defenders. Now, don't get me wrong. Our center backs, we could blame them all they want, bro, but there's nothing you could do with that with Harry Kane, the way he
Coming
got.
at
So he's just fucking Harry Kane, bro. This guy's gonna score hundreds and
no
hundreds
matter
of
what.
goals. He been doing this for a long time against us. And I mean, this is what 10 goals he scored against us in his whole career since Tottenham days.
Yep.
But it is what it is at this point, man. But I'm not gonna be too upset because we did compete. We did show that we're capable, but the inexperience
But I mean,
really hurt
that's a
us today
fact. But I
against
mean,
Bayern.
to the point that you made about the goals that they score, I mean, if you really think about it, only one of them was from open play. You know what I'm saying? Because the other one was just a cross. The other one was a penalty. And even though the other one was a mistake, it was an actual mistake, it was the only one that actually happened during playtime. That they actually got the ball and scored. So besides that, it's not like they went in, they just completely beat us down and they were just scoring all willy-nilly. They pretty much scored because we gave them the ball. Because if we wouldn't give them the ball or put ourselves in that position where we were and towards our backs, they were putting pressure on it when we had the ball in their half. So, I think that discombobulated the guys itself a little bit. But besides that, there was no
Right.
open field goals. It's not like they were, breaking us down to the point where everybody be like, oh, see, they got beat up because no, we lost because our own mistake. We shot ourselves in the foot. But, it's a
We
lesson
did.
learned, and we just know that from here, we just got to do better. Make sure that we don't make this kind of mistakes when it comes down to what players, how we put it in the field, and understand also who we're playing and who we're putting out there to be able to compete against their other opponent number that's going to be across from them. So it is what it is. I take it. I mean, I didn't think that I was expecting maybe a draw, but I already knew that Bayern Munich, they've been cooking. I mean, the addition to Luis Diaz also made them even more prolific going forward. So, I mean, I knew it was going to be a tough game for us.
Don't forget about
But
Olise, bro. Olise was
yeah,
cooking us, bro.
Olise's a
Like,
beast, bro.
this
Like,
guy.
that kid is nasty, man. I'm
Yeah.
telling you. He's good. He's really good. That was a hell of a pick when he left Crystal Palace. I felt like, damn. But it is what it is. I take it. I'm not gonna sit here and cry and whine and blame. Oh my god, no, I take it. We lost 3-1. It is what it is. At least we could have had 2 goals.
Now,
Actually, it
with
could have
the
been
first
3-3 if Enzo would have got the first one. You know what I'm saying? Enzo would have got the
Exactly.
first one. Cole Palmer would have not been offside. With boom, 3-3 right there.
Because that could have went it our way. So if we would have scored first, and Enzo, I don't know why he double touched. I don't know why he got an extra touch in that. Just shoot, bro. Like he was
Just
right
shoot
there.
it.
You got him right where you wanted to be. But now, I mean, it is what it is at this point because the game is over and we know what happened, and we
Fact.
know, like as a Chelsea fan, like with this lineup, hopefully next time he see what we saw, which is Malagusta, the one that need to come out. But the first half I think that's what the performance in the first half, that's what we got to build on moving forward. This weekend we got a Manchester United, and Manchester United versus Chelsea's, no matter what the roster is like or the squad is, it's always going to be a tough game. Because this has been going on for years. It's what is 1-1. Oh, they beat us sometimes, most of the times. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, first half performance, I take that. But with all of this, for me, it's just by me the experience. That's what the difference was. When they clicked it.
Absolutely.
And I'm not saying they were a better team. But in the second half, I don't know what the hell happened. Like Cole Palmer said, I don't know what happened in the second half with us. It's like, everybody was gas out. And again, let's not forget again what we playing at. We playing in their home. After what happened in 2012, there's no way they think we think that we just gonna show up here in Bayern Munich and perform. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be tough.
They're never gonna forget that night, man.
But rightful so, man. Give them a lot of credit. They take, hey, they execute. They take what we give them and they make something out of it, and they come out of here 3-1, man. Congratulations to Vincent Kompany and the rest of the squads.
Yeah, absolutely.
Talk to me, man. I don't know if you've seen the rest of the games or not, but few things happened. Liverpool won 3-2. Of course, that was a great game. AG murder 4-0
Atlanta, yeah, I saw
Ajax
that.
and Inter game is another game I was paying attention to.
Excuse me.
Ah, guy, man, Chelsea need to get this shit together, man.
I mean, like you said, it's
You
the
know,
first game.
I
We just gotta learn. We gotta learn from this. Strap our boots and just get ready for the next one. Right now, our concentration's got to be on Man U. Like you said, even though they're struggling for some freaking reason, every time that we face them, they seem to become like one of the best teams in the Premier League. All of a sudden, everybody's defending correctly. It just happens to go great, and it always turns out to be an amazing game. So I can't wait to watch that game, and I'm hoping the boys can bounce back and take 3 points. I don't know, are we home or are we at the bridge or are we at the Theater of Dreams? Because I'm not really sure what the
I
game
guess
is at. But
Benfica, and guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Who's gonna be at the bridge managing Benfica against us? Jose Mourinho is back. He's gonna be.
oh,
Yo,
he
that'll
took
be
over
so
the
funny
Benfica
game. I
job.
can't wait. Marina's coming back to Stamford Bridge.
He's a
He
fucking
took over
god
the
over there,
Benfica
bro.
job. I think it happened today. You got
Nice,
right,
nice.
man.
I
This
didn't hear that, but
motherfucker, man.
also
20 years later, or
congratulations to the
25 years later.
yeah, man. Yeah, the special one, man.
Yo,
Out
that's
here
crazy. I think
because I
25 years later, yeah. I think it was
I believe I'm
2002. Benfica offered him his first managing job, and then 2025. It was September 20, 2005. I mean 2000, and then now September 19 or 20, and they coming back to, you know, that's crazy. That's
just a full
crazy.
circle, man. Full
You know,
circle.
Marina,
If we're at home, man, he's
coming
gonna
back
get
to the bridge. That would be
he's
some
gonna
great
get an
shit.
ovation. He's gonna get a crazy ovation when he walks out
Hell
there. He
yeah.
deserves it. Congratulations to him, the special one. Jose, he's always gonna have, special place in the Chelsea supporters' hearts, Premier League titles. I mean, first season doing it.
Right.
I mean, the undefeated streak for 3 years, 82 or 87 games, undefeated at home for like 3 or 4 seasons. Like, I mean, the man did some amazing things here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy that he got a job, which we all knew
Yeah, but
it wouldn't be good for him. He would have been without a job. So props to him.
right. But beside the loss, beside all of that performance, the disappointment, and shooting ourselves in the foot, like you say, ain't you excited Chelsea's back to the Champion League, bro? I know I am. I mean, at least I got something else to
That's
look up to
great,
watch,
man.
So it is,
That's
instead
why
of
I
sitting
can't
here and
I
watching
can't
some
wait.
other bullshit team.
Yeah, it's great to finally be able to hear that UEFA anthem at the bridge again, blowing through the
Right.
speakers. As we walk out there again. It's gonna be a great feeling to be
Yeah.
able to hear that again in the bridge after being out for so many years. But we've shown again that here we are. They can't keep us down for long, and we're gonna bounce back. Obviously, we're not just gonna take this loss and just pout and everything. We're just gonna get up, dust it up, and keep it moving.
Breaking up.
Yeah, I see that.
Can you hear me?
But, yep.
Okay. Yo, but before we get out of here, man, I know I didn't get your take on the Brentford game, the 2-2 game in the Premier League, that crazy starting lineup that Enzo Maresca started with. And I know me and you last episode we spoke about how Brentford is not gonna be easy team because they
Yeah, I
never made it
mentioned that.
easy for us
Fuck.
anyway. And again, it's the Premier League, nothing's easy. Give me a quick take on that, brother.
Fuck. Man, I mean, I was kind of
Can you hear me?
disappointed, man, especially at the end. Okay, I can hear you. I mean, I was disappointed, to be honest with you, because we kind of could have walked out of there with the 3 points. Late mistake at the back post. I feel like Garnacho should have been watching his man. That was his man to watch. But I mean, I also feel like the defender the other attacker that was with Reece James, he was in an offside position, and he reached out for the ball, with make Reece James also hesitate. Any other time I see that, I mean, if he's offside, you're interfering with the play. That shouldn't have been allowed, but obviously by
Right.
higher power, the goal was allowed as whatever. I'm not going to sit here and whine about it. It is what it is. But I mean, I think the guys showed fortitude coming back after going down 1-0 at first, and then coming back and putting up 2 goals. Casado with that just amazing goal. That as soon as I saw it, man, I was thinking of you. I was like, man, I bet you this guy is losing his shit right now. Casado scored a
Man.
monster
Oh, I was
blaster,
losing
man.
my mind.
Oh, I'm like, let's go. And I'm thinking, here's the winner. You know what I'm saying? Cole Palmer scoring as well, so he's starting to get back into a scoring form, which we need. That would be great. Take some pressure off those guys out front, especially having the lack of them at this moment with the lap gone and Joao Pedro taking a nick here and there. You know what I'm saying? So having him taking some of the goal responsibility, it will be great going forward. So I was happy to see him score. Casero is always great to see him in the score sheet,
I
giving
mean,
all the defensive
personally, for me,
help.
like I wasn't disappointed. I wasn't disappointed like individual players. I was more disappointed as a team.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
That's a team facts.
Can you hear me?
No, I completely agree with you. I think it was more as a team. I don't think
Oh
any
yeah, so
player just.
I
I mean,
wasn't
besides
much
Garnacho not
disappointed
taking his minutes,
individually. I was
besides that, it was
disappointed
a
at the
team.
team because when it comes to defense, yeah, when he basically on defense is about team. Every man got to do the job. Now, my only thing is that I got to be the bad guy again because I got to criticize another Chelsea player. This is not just about that game overall. For me as a captain,
Mhm.
especially as a defender, Reece James needs to learn how to organize the back line, especially in a situation like that. You are the captain. You know what I'm saying? You're more like the second coach.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Especially because you're on the field. Like when it comes down to as you being the captain and you a defender, you gotta learn how to organize your guys in the back line. You gotta make sure that everybody's is in position. I feel like he gotta be more vocal when it comes to that kind of situation. Because when you look at
Absolutely.
that, I'm looking at him like, yes, Garnacho got there late. He shouldn't even be where he was at because this is like freaking 90 plus minute to win the game. Get your ass in the box. You know what I'm saying? Reece
Yeah,
James need to
the
focus
box and
more about,
protect the back.
building that.
No,
Yeah, just be
I
more
agree.
vocal when it comes to these situations like that. So
That's a fact. I agree with you 100%. I feel like in certain points or certain times of the game where we need that captain or that guy to step up and come and be like, all
right.
right, we're down 2-1. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're winning 2-1. We're literally minutes away. Okay, you stand here, you stand here. Hey, instead of just watching your man watch that back post. That's very important. We're all facing the same direction. Anybody can sneak on that back post. And it was a throw in too. I'm like, bro. That shit got me mad as hell.
Exactly. Now remember
That's
the
the part
one
that got me
before
mad the
that, the one
most.
before that, right. That's like the second time. Like the first time was a warning, and the second time is
Seriously.
like, it happens.
Yeah, I was like, I know you guys are watching the same game. And like you said, that's moments where Reece James should come out and be like, hey, we already seen this. We got super close the last time. They're going to try the same thing. And last time they almost scored. So instead of you standing here, let's move here. Or let's move a little forward and make them go up. So if they behind us, they're going to be offside. So we're going to have to force them to move up. But I mean, once again,
Yeah.
I'm expecting more from my captain. It's still the beginning of the season, and I'm just hoping he gets better with the
We cool.
communication.
We good. Definitely. Because, we definitely can't go 10 point behind Liverpool or Arsenal. I don't see, I mean,
Right.
but hey, we still got a lot of football to play. We still got a lot more drama coming because the other league
Yeah.
cups are coming up. Hopefully, Enzo Maresca learn it's not about resting players; it's about knowing when to rest the players.
And the rest
Because
them.
right now everybody's
Absolutely.
still trying to gel. You know what I'm saying? So if everybody trying to gel, man, let's see the starting 11 start the game, and whatever happens in the second half, that you start making your subs just to go
Absolutely.
bring in this guys. Fofana haven't played in 6-7 months. You know what I'm saying? And then you got some of the players who just got here. Like, bro, we still,
Yeah,
I don't
man,
know
that's
what
a
you're
fact.
thinking about, dude, man. We're still not that.
Yeah,
Don't let the
we're
Club
not in
World Cup shit
cahoots,
fool us.
man.
Yes, we are happy.
Yeah, we hear you.
Right,
But like you said, we
But
brought a lot
John,
of
man, I
more
appreciate you for
players.
being here, brother, man. I don't want to hold you for too long.
You already
Go
know.
ahead, my bad.
No, you good, but I was just gonna make a point to what you were saying. Like I completely agree. A lot of the players that we bought were not there during the Club World Cup, so we didn't get a chance to see them or then be able to gel with some of the starting 11. So by then you throw in Omende in those kind of positions at
Right.
those kind of certain points where they've never been there, mistakes will happen. So like you said, man, start with your best 11, the one that's been working, and then you tweak it in the second half.
Man, I just hope Lavia come back this weekend healthy against Manchester United. And I know he's not going to get into game shape anytime soon, but Lavia coming back instead of using Reece James and Casado in the role that Reece James played today, we could actually see Malagusto be like, okay, bro, it's time for you to get back to the Jets, man. Sit on the bench here for a minute and come back in the second half of some shit. You know, but I think that Yeah, but I do believe the injury has set us back a little bit. We're not going to use that as an excuse. Bayern Munich, congratulations. You guys got this. And y'all show us what a world-class players could do when you give them the opportunity to show why they playing for a club like Bayern Munich, man. But fellas, thank you guys for watching Bala Sport, man. I appreciate you so much. And John, appreciate you as always, man. Let's go, you Blues, man. Next game. That's what matters, man. This game is in the past now.
Yes, sir.